Everyone deserves a good doctor who understands their needs. Now, a lack of diversity among doctors leads to poorer health outcomes. Long-standing admission schemes at our med schools have been key to addressing this. But some say the schemes are unfair, even discriminatory, and the government has promised to review them. But what will they find? Tonight, from working in the fields at just 13 to becoming a doctor, Marva Mo'ayed meets an extraordinary recipient.
In Tonga, life moves with a unique rhythm. The steady beat of tradition. The playful pulse of youth. And the unshakable melody of faith.
God has a plan for you. And through that plan, there would be suffering, there would be trials, but if you have faith and you persevere through it all, everything will be okay.
Suffering, trials, perseverance. Despite her age, this young Tongan has been through a lot.
Malolele ko hinga ko Tatila Hilu. So my kia ora, my name is Tatila. And I am 23 years old.
Are you nearly 24?
Yes.
Because you thought about it.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to 24?
No.
Why not?
I like being a kid.
Yeah.
24 sounds like responsibilities.
For Tatila Hilu, being here in Tonga brings the comfort of childhood.
Lots of kids, a lot of laughter, a lot of arguing, a lot of crying. But so much love at the same time. So my immediate family consists of my mum and dad and 8 brothers. And unfortunately, one of them passed away. He got sick, and then it was like they thought it might be a cold or something, and they went to the hospital. And there was a condition at the time that impacted a lot of kids. It was the mawhiuto, which in English means meningitis. And one of my brothers was unfortunately one of the victims.
Her brother, Iteni, was just 18 months old. He's buried here on the family plot.
I was a little girl watching, them putting my brother into the fridge, and it was all packed, so they just put him on top of another body. Do you want grapes?
The abrupt loss was for Tatila and her family a kind of catalyst.
Most of the decisions and everything was inspired, driven by his passing.
Like I'll make you a plate.
For the future of us in terms of further studies and better jobs or like a better lifestyle. So my parents thought the best option is to move overseas, so they sacrificed everything they had.
11 years ago, they packed up and left Tonga for Pukekohe in South Auckland.
We had a family there that we could live with, so we all stayed together, and then we had to kind of fend for yourself kind of vibe to get food and stuff, and one of the main income was working in the local farms.
Everyone who could did, including Tatila and her brothers.
We worked like in the afternoons after schools, so me and my brothers would try race, because the faster we do it, the faster we go home.
Did you enjoy it?
At the time, no. As you're a kid, you want to be a kid and go play and stuff, but I understand now. My parents just doing their best.
Yeah.
Sure there's food on the table.
From the early days of picking veggies in Pukekohe to now mending fruit in Wellington.
So is this like stitching up a banana, is that something you'd actually do in your training?
Yeah, that's the easiest kind of material to get sometimes.
Tatila is 6 years into her training to become a doctor.
Well, where did the idea of medicine come from then?
From my parents.
They're like, we've got an idea.
How about medicine?
And what do you think?
I hated it. It sounds like hard work.
Did you feel like you had to work harder than everyone else to get to where you're at now?
I thought so. because some of my colleagues, like, they come from like family, they were well off. So it seems like they were having fun, like they would go out on weekends and stuff like that. And here I am, I have to go to my second job.
I don't know what you think about this, Tatila, but
That is amazing. You've done way better than me.
I don't know.
This is terrible. I just killed the banana. The great thing about medicine is quite vast and you're always learning.
True.
Always new things. You might think that you might know it, but you don't.
One of the things she didn't know was how at med school her presence would be political.
I applied through the Mirror and Society pathway for Pacifica students.
Do you think without this pathway you would have got into medical school in the first place? No.
The aim of the admission scheme is to increase students from Māori, Pacific, rural, low socioeconomic and refugee backgrounds.
There were people talking about it at the time and they were like, oh, you guys got it easy. You didn't have to work as hard to get in. I know that I've worked hard to be here. If you get through those trainings and you still maintain those grades, pass everything, do all your placements, and you come out as a doctor, your entrance shouldn't define you.
Otago University was taken to court by the parents of a student who missed out on a place in their medical school despite high marks. The government is now reviewing what it says is race-based policy.
Do you support the scheme? The idea of the scheme?
No, I don't support racial discrimination. You qualify for this scheme if you're a certain race, so by definition, that's exactly what it is.
Did you ever encounter any discrimination or racism that seemed really overt?
Where to start? When the university got sued, a few of my colleagues were walking out of campus and then people would threaten to run them over or throw stuff at them to go back to your country. Like, it kind of makes you revisit, like, if you were ever good enough to be in the system in the first place, even though you did the same training and everything, so.
Just continue with nylon, coming here and then go back.
I have always believed in good and fair competition. Maybe give a number of spaces for the Pacific, but they need to feel that they qualify for that.
Lord Viliami is one of Tonga's most accomplished surgeons. He has worked across the Pacific, including New Zealand.
Is there a benefit in terms of the outcomes of medical care to have someone that you are the same culture with and language with?
Very beneficial.
Yeah.
That's very beneficial, even in New Zealand.
Just take your time again.
Tatila credits the wisdom of medical mentors, like Lord Tangi, for getting her through.
They would talk to us about their experiences and what to look out for. They told us that, like, you would work 3 times as hard in anywhere in New Zealand and you get half as much appreciated.
Wow.
If you can't deal with it, just give up now. That's what he said.
She knew it was going to be hard, but then it got even harder.
How old were you when he was diagnosed?
I was 18.
She'd already lost a brother. Now another, Etikeni, had cancer.
It was quite frightening, especially for my mum, because having to go through losing another child again, because there are points where she can't talk about it without crying. I'm getting better now at talking about it without crying, so.
Etikeni is now in remission after long-term treatment. But Tatila has realised she's in a hurry to help.
I loved, like, being able to work with your hands and learning about what surgery does and how fast effect it is. Like, I like seeing that, you know, immediate response to treatment.
She's putting it into practice on placement at Tonga's Viola Hospital.
We get the option of choosing where to go, and I decided to come home.
It's a full circle moment.
How does it feel to be at Viola Hospital? Because it's the hospital you were born at, and I presume it's actually the hospital that your brother died in.
Yeah.
And now you're there doing surgery. I mean, that is incredible.
Helping. Helping. Stitching them up. I loved it.
Yeah. What are your impressions of Tatila? It's a bit hard because she's just sitting here, but pretend she's not. Be honest. What's she like?
Yeah, Tatila is a lovely girl. And I have the feeling that Tatila, sometime in the future in her career, will spend some time in Tonga.
I've had an unspoken contract now. The Lord said they have to come back. I'm
It's not
allowed.
unspoken, it's spoken.
It's spoken.
Do you think you will?
I would love to,
Yeah.
if they would have me back.
Yeah.
There's a lightness with Tatila Hilu. She's quick to laugh. It's a show of her strength, of what she's been through and what she could be.
Instead of being angry at the world and being disappointed and sad for all the things that I can't control, I just try and enjoy the ride and do it for the people.
Well, Tatila is currently on placement at Christchurch Hospital and is finalising her honours thesis. Now, a big mihi to the Pacific Cooperation Foundation for their help with our travel to Tonga.